My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world, and when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Canadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada, or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's, the number one for travel.
COVID is here to stay, and it's not going away. It might seem strange, but the world has changed, and this is the year for good cheer. I could smell the ham, I could taste the sorrel, the festival coming. I can't wait to taste the black cake. Church, socializing with your friends, liming with the boys. We're full of festivals in Grenada, and this year, I want to visit my family and all the festivals without fear, just as how we used to do it. Let's get back to what we know and love. Every vaccination brings us closer together. Are you ready for the festival and the world?
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50+ car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Good evening and welcome to the evening news for Friday, the 28th of January here on MTV. Coming up, High Court makes a ruling in former Marketing and National Importing Board boss and well-known farmer dispute. Billfish Tournament 2022 continues on the high seas with a closing ceremony scheduled for Saturday. Nawassa embarks on desalination plant expansion project in Carriacou. And in sport, senior women's national team looking ahead to World Cup qualifiers. We'll have details to those and other stories right after the break, along with the public forecast information. Stay with us.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from 2 entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Welcome back with the news in detail. I'm Tony Julian. A judgment has been handed down in the Ruel Edwards versus Dennis Canning case. Canning, known to contribute to the development of farming in Grenada, according to the claimant's lawyer, Cacheton Hood, has made defamatory statements against his client. Canning is ordered to pay in excess of $100,000 to Edwards, who's the former Chief Executive Officer of the Marketing and National Importing Board, MNIB. Rachel Bain has been following that development and files a report.
The defendant, Dennis Canning, is ordered by the High Court to pay the claimant, Ruel Edwards, general damages assessed in the sum of $50,000 together with an uplift of 20% for aggravated damages in the total sum of $60,000. According to court documents, interest at the rate of 6% per annum from the date of the service of the claim, which is November 20th, 2020, to today's date, which is 430 days, calculated in the sum of $4,241.10, and 60% of his prescribed cost on the total value of the awards made, which is $64,241.10, quantified in the sum of $5,781.70. MTV spoke to attorney representing Ruel Edwards, Cacheton Hood.
Mr. Canning claimed that he was responsible for a significant sum of money that was missing and things of that nature. So he instructed us and he wrote Mr. Canning 2 letters. After the second letter, he got somebody to publish an article making him matter work, saying how the lawyer and them on money and all kinds of stuff. So we went to court. He didn't file. Mr. Canning didn't file a defense to the claim. So we got judgment and the court did an assessment afterwards.
The former finance minister, according to Hood, made certain statements against Ruel Edwards in his capacity of Chief Executive Officer of the MNIB. However, according to Hood, there is nothing to sue.
Well, from my analysis, there were certain innuendos made, but we didn't want to go into that because he didn't say anything definitive, because you see, defamation is a very technical subject. Yes? And in the context within which you are speaking, as Minister of Finance responsible for MNIB, he did make certain comments regarding having investigations and so on, which he's entitled to do. The general public might come to certain conclusions, but I didn't think what he said was definitive enough to say there was a specific act of defamation against Mr. Edwards.
The matter was assessed by Master Alvin Shiva Pariag Singh. For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
One attorney at law says he plans to take legal action on behalf of his client against an entrepreneur in the south of the island for physically and verbally abusing his client, who was simply on his way home in Lansapine. Here once again is Rachel Bain with that story.
A builder residing in Lansapine is considering taking legal action after he was assaulted by another resident in the area in December. Speaking to MTV News via telephone, John Del Fletcher claims he was physically and verbally abused by an Italian businessman while he was walking home.
When the vehicle approached me, the person asked me, what are you doing here? Who are you looking for? I ignored him and I continued walking. The person continued following me. And he asked me the same thing again, what are you doing here? Who are you looking for? I turned and I told him this time that I'm not looking for anybody. And then I continued walking. The gentleman continued following me up until he hit me with his mirror on my right hand. So then I turned and I told him, I said, look, you want me to call the police? Then the gentleman turned and told me, man, if I call the police, ask for Mr. Smith, because he and Mr. Smith is friend, and he and all the police in the station is friend, and if I call the police, nothing will come out of it, So then I was about to call the police, and he started calling a number for me and told me, look, this is the number for the station. So I told him, nah, I said, look, I already had a number, so then I called. And when I had called the officer, I called 911. And when I called 911, they transferred me to to South St. George Police Station, and the officer who answered at South St. George, she asked me what is it I want the police to do, but I told her what happened, and she told me what it is I wanted to do. But at that time, the guy had already left.
Attorney at law Jerry Edwin, who is representing Fletcher, spoke to our news desk about the incident, which he says was racially motivated.
A very disturbing case has arisen in Lansopine concerning a young man, a Grenadian national, who was accosted in early December by a resident of Lansopine, who took it upon himself to use his motor vehicle as a weapon to force this young man on the side of the road so that he could question him about what he was doing in Lansopine.
Edwin says he is prepared to take the matter to court.
We absolutely will bring a civil action, used his motor vehicle as a battering ram. Now, in the United States, there are stories replete down the decades of persons, white persons, using their motor vehicles as a weapon against black people to say you are in the wrong community. Well, that dog may bark in the United States, not here in Grenada. And so we believe that once a judicial officer hears the facts of this case, they will share our outrage.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Now, WASA has embarked on an expansion initiative of the Carriacou desalination plant. The project is funded by the Italian government through the Caribbean Climate Change Center. Wime Cox, Planning and Development Manager at WASA, shared the details of the project that the team will be undertaking on the Sister Isle. We hear more in a report from Danella Houston.
Officials from NAWASA are currently in Carriacou conducting activities in preparation for the expansion of the water supply project. While there, they will be engaging people who will be impacted by the project. The Carriacou pipeline expansion project will see the extension of the current water reticulation on the south of the island and the installation of a 2,000 feet 4-inch express force mainline from the desalination plant to the Princess Royal Hospital, overall at a cost of approximately $700,000 EC dollars, financed by the 5 Cs with the support from NAWASA. Manager of Planning and Development is Wim Cox.
So this trip that we are on here is to sensitize the public as to exactly what we're doing with the expansion, and that is from 6 roads where the tank is located. We're now doing a second expansion to the south of the island, passing through Lauriston, Leicester, with the aim of going to Hermitage in the first instance, and then the rest of the system is going to be elaborated as we continue to implement the remaining aspects of the project.
Residents will have an opportunity, once the project is completed, to apply for a water connection and enjoy the benefits of the desalination.
Due to the increase in the mongoose population, one health official says that the rabies vaccination program is expected to intensify and is encouraging livestock farmers and dog owners to ensure that their animals are vaccinated against this deadly virus. But we get more on it from Troy Gill.
Yes, there is definitely an increase in the number of mongoose in the country. Prior to Hurricane Ivan, we had a control program where we were out there trapping mongoose. And following Ivan, that program became disrupted. And after Hurricane Ivan, we did not restart the program. One of the reasons why the program did not restart, is because during Hurricane Ivan, the lab was destroyed, and our trapping program then was geared at identifying hotspots within the country where there would have been active rabies among the mongoose population.
That was Acting Chief Environmental Health Officer Kenny James confirming that there is an increase in the mongoose population and one of the factors that have contributed to this increase. He further stressed the importance of the anti-rabies vaccination program.
We have the anti-rabies vaccination program where we invite persons to carry the animals to be vaccinated against rabies. This is one way in which we can protect ourselves and our animals against rabies.
He continues to encourage dog owners to get their animals registered and vaccinated, as they are the ones that are most susceptible to the disease.
Yes, I must also make mention that the Dog Registration and Control Act was passed in 2002. And one of the reasons for passing the Dog Registration and Control Act is to enforce the vaccination of dogs in Grenada, because dogs are the most likely animal that can, because as I said, the rabies virus, the main reservoir is the mongoose, and most likely a dog will attack a mongoose, and in attacking that mongoose it can get the virus. So this is the reason why we have the Dog Registration and Control Act, which mandate that every dog owner must vaccinate their dog against rabies and have their dogs registered.
He says they will have to explore alternative measures to curb this latest increase, including the revamping of the mongoose control program. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
Following an MTV News Grenada Facebook posting with a photograph on Thursday, the 27th of January, regarding a fatal road accident in Subi, St. Andrew, MTV wishes to indicate that after further investigation, it was revealed that the individual shown was not Shondy Lewis. According to a police report, Lewis was charged with causing death by reckless driving in connection with the death of Martha Teresa Jean Roberts, 65-year-old of Munich in St. Andrew. While MTV News posted a picture of an individual who was on the scene, we were subsequently informed that the person was posted wearing a pink t-shirt and cornrow hairstyle and was not Shondy Lewis, who was charged with causing death by reckless driving. As a responsible media entity, our Facebook team has since removed the posting and has offered an apology to the individual who was posted incorrectly. And that's the first segment of news. We'll be right back with you with more after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandance branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from two entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandance office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,000 $1,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for playing Waggity Virtual Bingo! And on Sunday, January 30th from 6 p.m., it's appreciation time! Because you can win $10,000 US! Tickets are only $10 US, and you'll get one free! Wait, what? Yes! Purchase one ticket and you'll get another absolutely free! Offer ends on Sunday, January 23rd. So hurry and get those tickets now! Available in Grenada from numerous box offices island-wide. Or if you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, January 30th. Join the fun online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. It's the new way to play Bingo!
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the Communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the Communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with joy.
Welcome back. The Republic Bank Spice Island Billfish Tournament is coming to a close, with 2 days of fishing and anglers from around the region competing and racking in points. MTV spoke to some of the anglers at the Grenada Yacht Club who shared their experience. We hear more from Danella Hostin.
After 2 days of fishing, amassing points, and not to mention having fun at sea, anglers taking part in the 2022 Republic Bank Spice Island Billfish Tournament say they are excited to be back at it again. Our news team spoke to the anglers Diana and Jonathan Webster on board the vessel dubbed Eclipse from Barbados, currently in first place with a total of 2,400 points. The duo says they are happy to be back in Grenada, and being in first place for them is quite nerve-wracking.
Well, it's a bit nerve-wracking because you've got to stay number one, so you can't take it for granted. So we need a big day on Saturday.
They're all chasing us.
We're pleased to be there, at least with a chance.
Well, we came to the Grenada tournament in 2019 on a different boat. And met so many nice people that we decided we had to do it again. So we came in 2020. Obviously there wasn't one last year, so we had to come back this year to carry on. And it's lovely to see similar, the same old faces, lots of people, and it's been a really, really great experience. Again, fishing here is fabulous.
Also speaking was Anthony Thompson from the boat Mamselle, who up to Friday morning was in second place with 1,800 points. Thompson says the first day was a bit slow, but things picked up on day 2.
The first day wasn't very good for us. We released one sail, but yesterday it was very hot. We released 4 fish yesterday, 4 bites, 4 fish. So that is very good. A lot of my friends I haven't been seeing because of the COVID, and some is vaccinated, some not. So, it's mixed feelings, but everything is going well so far.
Another angler who, despite them not falling in the top 10, says to them it is about having fun, even during the competition.
As usual, we just enjoy this tournament. That's why we come every year once we can come. And we haven't distinguished ourselves with the fishing. We got nothing on the first day, and we released the sailfish yesterday. So we're hoping for better luck, but we still enjoy ourselves.
Although Friday was considered as lay day and anglers had the opportunity to rest, cook, and have some fun at the Yacht Club docks, time was also set aside for testing for the anglers who will be returning to their respective countries. As it stands now, Grenada's vessel, Irish Cream, captained by Clinton Bailey, is currently in first place in the top boat pool boats category with 161 points. They are followed by another Grenadian vessel, Jess Lewis, with 115 points, captained by Patrick Andrews. Chairman of the organizing committee for the Spice Island Billfish Tournament, Nicholas George, says although the atmosphere is not as bustling as it was prior to COVID, they are still happy to see the interest from both sponsors and anglers. The tournament concludes on Saturday, January 28th, with a final day of fishing and the prize-giving ceremony at the Grenada Yacht Club. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Houston.
The Barmy Army, one of the largest cricket supporter clubs worldwide, has visited the shores of Grenada just weeks ahead of the cricket matches scheduled to take place from the 24th to the 28th of March. Managing Director of Barmy Army, Chris Millard, stated that the club members are excited to be in Grenada to experience firsthand what their members will be experiencing when they arrive in March. But let's get more on this in this report.
Grenada stands among 3 other Caribbean islands that will be hosting a series of cricket matches featuring England's cricket squad competing for the Richards Botham Trophy in March. Chris Millard, Managing Director of Barmy Army, a cricket supporters organization that provides tickets and arranges tours for followers of the cricket teams, arrived in the Caribbean just about a week ago and was invited by the Grenada Tourism Authority to visit the Spice Island ahead of the set matches in March. According to Millard, the Barmy Army has tremendous support worldwide.
Barmy Army is the biggest supporters organisation in the world that supports cricket, and we've travelled overseas for many years, since 1994-95, set up by Paul Burnham back in the day, and it's grown from strength to strength since then. We're now a business with a membership of 35,000 members, and we have over 1 million followers on social media, so it's become a real beast of a supporters club that is now a brand and is world recognised for the support that we've shown to the England cricket team and all England sports teams.
He said so far ticket sales have been going very well.
Absolutely flying out the door, so we're just hoping that you're going to be able to maintain the capacity that comes over here. So tickets are going really, really well. We're selling them with Cricket West Indies, who have been fantastic with us in partnership with us and making sure that we have access to the tickets for all of our communities. But also we're looking to try and get people into nice hotels and nice areas of the island where they can experience new things that they probably haven't experienced before.
Millard praised Grenada for the overall ambience, culture and spices, which he says is vastly different from what he has experienced in some other Caribbean islands.
There's so much to do when you are over here, and there's so much to do that's a little bit different to the norm in the Caribbean. One thing that I love from coming here before is the spice markets and how much the spice play a role in the place of Grenada. It's amazing that you can just, everywhere you go smells nice, and you've got so much variety of what you can go and do. And when you go down to the harbour and you see the yachts and all the lovely boats, it's a little bit different to the other islands, and that's something that I know that the Barmy Army members will love to see, especially after being probably in the West Indies for a couple of weeks.
He says while they are here, they will be engaging in a number of other activities. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hosten.
More farmers, this time to the north of the island, were introduced to the importance of the use of Trichonthera, a type of shrub that can be used as an alternative type of forage for livestock, as a more viable and cost-effective means of feed for livestock farmers. But let's get the details from Troy Gill.
Farmers in St. Patrick participated in a recent training on the importance and use of the Trichonthera shrub as a viable alternative source of feed for livestock. CSA coordinator at the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, or SIAP, Kenley Edwards, said they met with the St. Patrick's Goat Farmers Association on Thursday.
Yes, so this morning we held a training at the St. Patrick's Goat Farmers Association in La Fortune. So at that training, basically what we did is that we demonstrated the growing of Trichonthera, which is a tropical evergreen shrub that can be used as a forage for animal and small ruminants and animal feed in some cases.
He highlighted what was shared during the activity, including the fact that the shrub is a less costly alternative for farmers.
So as you're aware, we have very high feed costs, right, in Grenada. And the Trichonthera is one of several shrubs that can be used as an alternative feed. So we established that plot, and so we were able to, one, demonstrate how the shrub is grown, two, how it is propagated, and three, the caring of it, and four, the harvesting, because there's a time period for everything.
Trichonthera also has other purposes as well, Edwards says, as a climate-smart mitigation tool to reduce the impact of climate change on the agricultural sector.
So it was done to bring, if I may say, relief to these farmers, so that they basically will be able to perpetually harvest the cuttings from the Trichonthera, to feed to the animals, and by doing so, they will have a reduction in their cost from a feed cost perspective. So we introduced that as a climate change practice as well, because it has a dual purpose. It basically could serve as a hedgerow. It basically could help in maintaining soil, because if you plant it along the bank, so it gives you a dual function. If I may say so, not just for livestock, but it also enhances the soil and water retention that you may find within your plot.
A similar session was held with farmers of the St. Mark's Farmers Organization in November last year. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
A virtual ceremony for the signing of the United Nations, or UN, Multi-Country Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework 2022 to 2026 was held on Thursday. This partnership between Grenada and the UN, according to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, highlights the role that the UN has played through numerous supportive initiatives for Grenada. But we have more in this report.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell at a virtual ceremony for the signing of the United Nations Multi-Country Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework for 2022 to 2026 made special mention of the United Nations contribution thus far to Grenada. The framework, the Prime Minister noted, builds on the previous one, which covered 2017 to 2021. He added that it builds on the inclusivity demonstrated within the new framework.
Notwithstanding the several restrictions brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic over the last 2 years, the UN has consistently demonstrated its commitment to Grenada's economic recovery and the continued development. And therefore I applaud the strong sense of collaboration as we advance the country's development.
He said he is elated to be a signatory for this framework, which will help to develop the country. The government, he says, welcomes the opportunity to integrate adaptation and mitigation interventions. The PM made a mention of 2 priority areas which he believes will resonate with the government and people of Grenada.
There are 2 priority areas of the framework that resonate with the government and people of the country. Priority 1, shared prosperity and economic resilience. And priority 2, equality, well-being, leaving no one behind. These 2 priorities are perfectly aligned with the government's guiding principles, and I applaud the UN in its expressions of interventions and unwavering commitment in those areas.
UN Residence Coordinator Didier Trebuch affirmed that this framework aims to make economies more resilient.
First, it's really about making economies more resilient through inclusion, through economic diversification as well, supporting competitive business ecosystem, promoting the blue economy is equally going to be critical for a country like Grenada.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Host.
That's it for the second segment of MTV News Friday. This week's entertainment feature is coming up after the break. Stay with us.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
Super 6. Even more. With more money to the jackpot galore. Play more. Win more. Have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one. With the new and improved Super 6 game. The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money. More reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6. Bigger jackpots. More chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
MTV's Total Local is brought to you in association with Cara Brewery.
Welcome back. For this week's edition of Total Local, we feature local gospel singer Imari Peters with her new music video dubbed 4 Days Late, reminding us that although we may be faced with many challenges and need divine intervention, that God is always on time.
The news came to Jesus. Please come fast.
You know, a lot of people, they are going through a lot of different things, and at this point, we have a need for Jesus. Sometimes it may seem as if God isn't working in our lives, and I just wanted to encourage persons that even though it seems, and that's the word, seems as if God isn't doing something behind the scenes, He has a plan for our life. Because I know the plan that I have for you, plan to prosper you, not to bring evil upon you. So I just wanted to bring that message out so people would be encouraged, especially around now. And since I was a little girl, I remember singing. I went to the old church school, and I remember my teachers, whenever we had like anything special, they would always send home a song for my mom to teach me. And as I went in primary school and stuff, I'm a bit shy, so I wouldn't sing out there, but I would sing in church. So I sang in church and I ministered. You know, I love to minister. I love to take a song and think about it, what it means to me. And then when I go in front of God's people, I want the Spirit to move. I want to bring a message in song, not just to sing. And you know, if people say, "Oh, this song good," no. I want to know that they tell what I'm trying to tell them. We just decided on a location, my husband and some friends of mine. Diane, that's my friend Solo, he does photography. And we just went up on the fort and we did it. It wasn't anything big. It was just, this is where we're going and that's what we're doing, and then we just put it together. And also, Brother Morgan, he used to be doing that recording and stuff. He's been doing that for years. I'm not sure if he's doing much of it now, but I would usually go by him to record my song. I have never thought about, I'm not one of the singers who wants to be big or who thinks about that. I'm just a singer who basically just wants God to work through them. I just want God to use me.
This is the MTV Evening News. Regional highlights are next.
MTV's Total Local was brought to you in association with Cara Brewery. The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Welcome back. Time now for this evening's Regional Roundup.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. The proposal to allow vaccinated visitors to enter Antigua and Barbuda with the benefit of a rapid antigen or PCR test has been placed on hold. We get more in this ABS News report.
During the update provided during Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing, government says it needs to gather more data. Information Minister, the Honourable Melford Nicholas, says the government has not seen a fallout in the tourism sector from the original policy, meant to stymie the spread of COVID-19.
We have not yet seen any pronounced impact of the original policy of requiring people to be vaccinated. It has not really dampened the enthusiasm for persons who want to come here for a vacation.
Vaccines have been proven to help lower the risk of contracting and spreading COVID-19, as well as prevent severe infection. However, with tourism being the country's primary revenue generator, Cabinet, he says, is prepared to revisit this position.
What is now a competitive position in Antigua, if we maintain that position for much longer, could also turn out to be uncompetitive if the global community moves there. So this is not a fixed position for once and for all. We are looking at it from the standpoint of, at this particular point in time.
Meanwhile, will further consideration be given to unvaccinated Antiguans and Barbudans overseas?
We do not want to have a dual treatment with that. And so citizens who are abroad, who are in that particular position, would be required to.
Prime Minister of Haiti, Ariel Henry, has announced that there will not be a new president on February the 7th. Henry met earlier this week with 8 of the 10 senators at the invitation of the Bureau of the Senate to discuss the current situation and the priorities, such as the restoration of security and the organisation of elections in the French-speaking Caribbean community, CARICOM country. Henry said they are at the crossroads where they must continue to work together to pacify the country. At the same time, the security forces are working to fight against banditry. He told the senators that the holding of elections is a constitutional prerogative, adding, "We cannot wait to renew the political personnel." The Coast Guard said it has suspended its rescue operations at sunset Thursday after announcing earlier that afternoon that it had found 4 additional bodies in its search for dozens of migrants lost at sea off Florida. Authorities have now found a total of 5 bodies, leaving 34 missing 5 days after the vessel capsized on the way to Florida from Bimini, a chain of islands in the Bahamas about 55 miles east of Miami. Coast Guard Captain Joanne F. Burdian said earlier the decision to suspend the search was not an easy one.
The victims in this case have been in the water since Saturday evening based on the best information we have, and unfortunately we've come to the most difficult time in any search and rescue case, and that is the point at which we decide when to cease actively searching. I have made the very difficult decision, balancing everything we know about on-scene weather conditions, the number of people who went in the water, how confident we are in our search area, and the effort we've put forth.
The Miami Office of Homeland Security Investigations has launched an inquiry saying the migrant's journey was most certainly part of a human smuggling operation. Under federal law, a smuggler convicted of causing death is eligible for execution. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. We'll be back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Ariza. Ariza is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
This is the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NL making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sweet tips for people living with diabetes this holiday season. Add spices like cinnamon or ginger to enhance the flavor of sorrel. It doesn't have to be extra sweet. Have a limited amount of cake or ice cream as part of your meal. For example, if your meal has 3 grains of green banana, replace 1 grain of banana with a small slice of cake. Don't skip meals and keep your portion sizes in mind. Flavor desserts with local spices and natural sugar-free sweeteners. Enjoy the natural sugars in fruits when making punches or drinks instead of using condensed milk or sugar. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Holy natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy natural spring water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy natural spring water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
there is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Coming up in sport, senior women's national team is looking ahead to World Cup qualifiers. We'll have details to that and other highlights right after the break.
Man. My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. When I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
The best option is drinking little or no alcohol this holiday season. Here are some tips to limit your alcohol consumption. Mix your own drinks so you can monitor how much you are drinking. The recommendation is no more than 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men. Avoid drinking on an empty stomach. Alternate alcoholic drinks with non-alcoholic ones. Drink slowly and stick with drinks that have lower alcohol content. The best option is drinking little or no alcohol this holiday season. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
And now a special evening to you sporting fans. Here's Rachel Bain with this evening's highlights.
The senior men's national team of the Grenada Football Association is currently participating in a training and development camp in southern Florida, USA. The Grenada contingent left the island on Monday, 24th January. The 10-day training camp is aimed at continuing to develop the overall game model, player culture, and establish performance standards. During the camp, Grenada will play 2 exhibition matches against Major League Soccer teams who are in their preseason. Senior men's head coach Michael Finlay said the January camp is an integral strategy to provide multiple competitive opportunities and experiences for our players, whether they are located domestically in North America or the United Kingdom. He further stated it was always the goal to be active within all the FIFA windows in 2022, following our 2021 Gold Cup participation and the recent Under-20 pre-qualifying tournament in the Dominican Republic. It's critical within CONCACAF not to be dormant within these windows if you have aspirations to improve your ranking within the region. The 2022 competition windows are June and September for the CONCACAF Nations League. Grenada will compete in League A in the CONCACAF Nations League along with the USA, Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, and Honduras. Meanwhile, former national footballer and CONCACAF licensed coach Jake Rennie is leading the charge in preparing the senior women's national team for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup qualifiers, which begins in February 2022. Apart from being a licensed coach, Rennie holds a bachelor's degree in physical education and sports from the International School for Physical Education and Sports. Additionally, he serves as fitness trainer for the senior men's national team in the Gold Cup and was head coach of the Under-17 and Under-20 men team in 2018 and 2020, respectively. Other members of the technical team include Chanel Phillip, the manager, Alana Francois, assistant coach and referee, Shakira Colimo, assistant coach, former player and referee, goalkeeper coach Chimel Louison, former national senior men's team goalkeeper, equipment manager, Leston Phillip. The national senior women's team will play their first match against Dominican Republic on February 16th, then host Jamaica on February 20th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium at 5 p.m. Currently, the team is engaged in weekly fitness and technical training sessions from Monday to Thursday at the Queen's Park playing field. Coach Rennie says, and I quote, "We are working with promising talent identified by the Women's Development Officer from the Under-20 team and from recent competitions and festivals held last year. We will also have overseas-based players joining the team." He further stated that they are ensuring that the players are in the best physical condition while also focusing on mental preparation. The final team will be announced in the coming days. In the last few months, that right-handed batsman Rovman Powell was absent from the West Indies team. He worked on overcoming his problem facing wrist spin, and he said his century in the third match of the Betway T20 International Series showed the hard work paid off. He's hoping it marked a breakthrough in his international performance. Powell, who played only 4 T20 internationals last year, became the third West Indies batsman to score a T20 international 100 when his 107 off 53 balls at Kenningston Oval helped West Indies to a 2-1 lead in the 5-match series on Wednesday. The player of the match said he had been preparing himself for a comeback and had improved his game overall, which he believed observers could see during his performance in the Abu Dhabi T10 tournament last November. Cricket West Indies have denied reports of a rift within the men's team, describing it as a malicious attack on Captain Kieron Pollard. Reports in the Caribbean media alleged there was a disagreement between Pollard and all-rounder Odean Smith. Smith was an unused bowler in the second 2020 against England last week and was dropped for the third match in the Bridgetown on Wednesday. CWI President Ricky Skerritt said it was an attempt to discredit Pollard. Skerritt said, "I view this as a malicious attack on the credibility of the West Indies captain, designed to sow division within our team." He said this clear attempt by well-known mischief makers to discredit the captain and to derail the team's momentum in the ongoing T20 International Series should not be tolerated or encouraged. The West Indies currently lead the 5-match series 2-1. With the 4th T20 taking place in Bridgetown on Saturday. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
Thank you, Rachel, for the latest there in sport. We have for you, viewers, the weather and then a recap of the top stories right after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
It is the start of the weekend, and with the Friday night and the weekend's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Good evening to you, viewers. After a short break from that surge of low-level moisture, we are going to see a return to some rainy conditions again tonight as that area of cloudiness continues to move over the eastern and the extreme southern Caribbean. It's going to bring us showers during the night time tonight, easing into the latter part of the night and then into Saturday. We do have some slight haze. The approaching edge of that haze is basically on our doorstep, so to speak. We should be seeing some haze from maybe Saturday afternoon. That area of moisture continues to approach the southern Caribbean, and as I said, we're going to see showers from it tonight and into the early part of the morning. Some more small patches approaching the islands, very shallow patches, however, so if they do bring any rainfall, it will be brief and mostly light. The forecast for Friday night is for early showers, 70% chance of that happening, and as I said, easing towards morning. The winds will be east-northeasterly between 5 and 15 miles per hour, minimum temperature 24. The moon is going to rise tomorrow morning at 6:32 and it's going to set tomorrow evening at 6:08. Fair and windy conditions at first on Saturday, but there's a chance that we could see a slight increase in cloudiness into the afternoon. Winds would be east-northeasterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour, 1 or 2 higher gusts. The seas will be moderate with 4 to 6 foot waves. The sun is going to rise at 6:32 and set at 6:08. A high of 34 will feel like 38. On Sunday, conditions again will be fair, but expect a bit more clouds and a greater chance of the brief shower. East-northeasterly winds between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Seas remaining moderate at 4 to 6 foot waves. Sunrise 6:32, sunset 6:04. It's going to feel a little bit hotter. A high of 34 will feel like 38 on Sunday. From Monday onwards, generally fair conditions at first, the possibility of a slight increase in cloudiness again from Tuesday into Thursday, then fair conditions from Friday into the next weekend. That's it for me for Friday night and for this week, folks. Have yourself a great night, a safe and an enjoyable weekend, and join me again on Monday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. High Court has made a ruling in former Marketing and National Importing Board boss and well-known farmer dispute. Billfish Tournament 2022 to conclude on Saturday. Nawasa is embarking on a desalination plant expansion project in Carriacou, and in sport, senior women's national team is looking ahead to World Cup qualifiers. Now, before we go, a reminder that although the overall risks are low, people who are pregnant or recently pregnant are at an increased risk for severe illness from COVID-19 when compared with people who are not pregnant. People who have COVID-19 during pregnancy are also at increased risk for preterm birth or delivering the baby earlier than 37 weeks, and stillbirth, and they might be at increased risk for other pregnancy complications. Now, on behalf of the News and Production Departments, I'm Tony Julian, thanking you for watching. We all wish you a safe and productive weekend.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Friday, January 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose essential have the assurance conducting in an accountable manner The game balls with industry standards and an always tampered with. This time with your tickets at hand, it's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First over this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 9, second number is 8, third and final number is 0. Let's recap those numbers. It's on the screen. First number is 9, the second 8, third and final is 0. So that's 9, 8 and 0. Congratulations all winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back everyone to another Daily Cash for Evening Draw for today Friday, January 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. This purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in always tampered with. This time, you tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash for more plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 6, second number is 5, third number up. Third number is 9, fourth and final number is 0. Let's recap those numbers and on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 6, the second 5, third 9, fourth and final is 0. So that's 6, 5, 9 and 0. Congratulations all winners. Stay tuned and get the play we drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back everyone to another Play Evening Draw for today Friday, January 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams, win your way. Good luck. This evening's winning player number is check it in the meantime. This evening's winning player number is 17. Let's recap the number 1717. 17 represents the dream symbol mongoose. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Playway draw. Then later on for the lotto draw. This evening we're playing for a jackpot of $76,000. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3318 for today, Friday, January 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. At this time, you should have tickets at hand because we're about to play for a jackpot of $76,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is L as in lucky. Let's proceed for 5 winning numbers. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number up is 7. Second number is 22. Third number up. Third number is 1, followed by 33. Fifth and final number. Final number is 4. Let's recap those numbers. Check your tickets. Numbers on the screen. First number up is 7. The second, 22. Third, 1, followed by 33. Fifth and final is 4. So that's 077 22 22 011 33 33 and 044. Your free ticket letter for this evening is L as in lucky. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Lotto draw. Lotto, play and win a lot. When you play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, support sports, culture and nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome.
Veronica Wells, also known as Vera Hector Joseph, of Concord St. John, who resided at Cherry Hill, St. George and the USA, passed away on Thursday, 13th January in the USA at the age of 87. She was the mother of Angelina Dina Edwards, Jean Wells and Beverly Oliver in the USA, and John Snake Wells in Grenada. Adopted mother of Sandra Nicholas Harrison in the USA. Grandmother of Eric and Joshua Edwards, Darcia Cece Amber Wells, Brielle and Gavin Oliver, and Allion Wells. Great-grandmother of Janae Athon, Josiah, Abigail, Malachi and Aviel Wells. Sister of Marcia Clark in Barbados and Lebon Louison in Grenada. Mother-in-law of Judy Lacario, Alice Coutain, and Gregory Oliver. Aunt of many in the USA, Canada, Barbados and Trinidad, including Sherian, Wendy and Jillian Wellington, Tiffany, Tonya and Tamisha Clark, Ariel and Rhea Joseph, Albert Matthew and Gregory Hector. Sister-in-law of Peter Brian Wellington and Casper Clark, close cousin of Catherine Faith Joseph. Many other relatives and friends including the Hector and Joseph families of Concord, Guave and Pedmata, surrounding families and friends of Cherry Hill and Fontenoy. The funeral service for the late Veronica Wells, also known as Vera Hector Joseph of Concord St. John, who resided at Cherry Hill and the USA, will take place on Saturday, 29th January in the USA.
Bernadette Robinson of H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, died on Friday, 21st January 2022 at the age of 77. Left to mourn 5 sisters, Germaine Fortune and June Stewart in Grenada, Carol Pear and Veronica Cruikshank in the USA, and Claudia Mitchell Evans in Jamaica. 4 brothers, David Fortune and Renix Robinson in Grenada, George Robinson in the USA, and Jeffrey Robinson in St. Thomas. 53 nieces and nephews, including Keisha and Roger Pear in the USA, Kurt Devonish, Charlene and Ferdinand Phillip in Grenada. Many other relatives and friends, including Betha DeCoto and Rosalind Smith and families in the UK, Anne-Marie Lewis and William Ryan and families in the USA, Stephanie Alexander and family in Trinidad, Jerry Thompson, Barbara Simpson, Ashley Wint and their families in Grenada. Sisters and brothers-in-law, including Claude Stewart, William Evans, Jocelyn, Denise, Laurel, Jean, and Maureen. Caregivers Kamala, Sister Leslie, Angel, and Monique. Friends and neighbors in the United Kingdom, Trinidad, Park Lane, and the St. George's Anglican community. The funeral service and interment of the late Bernadette Robinson of H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Matthias Roberts, also known as Young Boy and De Glenny, of Petite Martinique, passed away on Saturday, 22nd January 2022, at the age of 87. He was the husband of Sue Roberts, father of Robbie and Chris Roberts and Gillian Davies, grandfather of Jake Roberts, Ellis Davies, and Alexandra Roberts Varela, brother of Wiana Agatha Jordan, father-in-law of Denise Donnelly, Steve Davies, and Gemma Varela, uncle of many, caregivers Elaine Simmons and Tiffany Paul, close friend of Laurel Bethel and Franklin, also known as Patty Roberts, Cardinal and Clinton Oliver, close relatives and friends, including the Roberts families of Petite Martinique, the Bethel, Oliver, Logan, Patrice, Rock, Paul, Belmar, Sandy, Alec, DeRoche, King, Snag, and Mitchell families, and Dr. Tyrone Davis, and the nurses and staff of the Princess Royal Hospital, and neighbors of Petite Martinique and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Matthias Roberts, also known as Young Boy, and De Glenny, of Petite Martinique, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Don R. Charles, also known as Papa Mouth-Dry, of Queen Street, Victoria St. Mark, passed away in Spartanburg, South Carolina on Thursday, January 20th, 2022. He was the father of Tiffany, Deacey, Dawson, Dantley, and Shamika, brother of Odessa, Maria, Bernadette, Bernardine, Hugh, Janice, Joy, Winston, Loxton, Shermer, Nessie, and Euland. Uncle of many including Brian, Neil, Israel, and Lemuel. Brother-in-law of Desmond Lyons and Hilary Charles. Cousin of Cecilia, Alton, Laurel, Jacinta, Rex, and Hess. Best friend of Lena Charles, Terina Fraser, and Elaine Miller. Many other friends including Cat Bull and Rambo. The funeral service and interment of the late Don R. Charles, also known as Papa Mouth Dry, of Queen Street, Victoria St. Mark, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lavinia Anastasia Julian, also known as Griselda, of Montreal St. Patrick, passed away on Saturday, 8 January, in London, United Kingdom, at the age of 93. She was the mother of Bob, Kenneth, also known as Ken Youngblood, Val, Joseph, Gary, also known as Nasty, Philip, Addis Julian in the UK, aunt of Ralda James in the UK, Rita, Ruby, Denise, also known as Nurse, and Tomel in Grenada, Denny, Pauline, Dave, Devon, and Darian in Canada, and Debbie in the USA. Grandmother of 9, great-grandmother of 7, great-great-grandmother of 2. The funeral service of the late Lavinia Anastasia Julian, also known as Griselda of Montreal St. Patrick, will be held on Thursday, 10th February, in London, UK.
Edwin Moore, also known as Horseface of Caliste St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022, at the age of 70. The funeral arrangements for the late Edwin Moore, also known as Horseface of Caliste St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Daphne Irene Antoine of Vincent St. David, who resided in Canada, passed away on Sunday, 23rd January 2022 in Canada at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Daphne Irene Antoine of Vincent St. David, who resided in Canada, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022 at the age of 98. The funeral arrangements for the late Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Tevin Che Amede, also known as Tata, of New Hampshire St. George, died on Monday, 24th January 2022 at the age of 28. The funeral arrangements for the late Tevin Che Amede, also known as Tata, of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Martin Roland Williams of Independence Avenue, St. George, passed away on Saturday, 15th January 2022 in the USA at the age of 56. The funeral arrangements for the late Martin Roland Williams of Independence Avenue, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Julian Bagwan, also known as Miracles, of Corinth St. David, passed away on Sunday, 23rd January 2022 at the age of 76. The funeral arrangements for the late Julian Bagwan, also known as Miracles, of Corinth St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Clayton Nathaniel Telesford, also known as Sit Down and Telly, of Windsor Forest, who resided in P.T. Buckeye St. David, died on Friday, 7th January at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements of the late Clayton Nathaniel Telesford, also known as Sit Down and Telly, of Windsor Forest, who resided in P.T. Buckeye St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, passed away on Saturday, January 8th, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements of the late Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River Grove St. John, passed away on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River Grove St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, an employee of George F. Huggins, died on Monday 17th January 2022 at the age of 61. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, past principal of the Tivoli Roman Catholic School of Harford Village, St. Andrew, died on Thursday the 13th of January at the age of 71. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Felix of Harford Village, St. Andrew, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Lyris Elvira Purcell, also known as Ma Lear, of River Road, St. George, passed away on Sunday, January 9th, 2022, at the age of 99. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyris Elvira Purcell, also known as Ma Lear, of River Road, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix, of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, December 30th, 2021 in the USA, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix, of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joan Elizabeth Ventu, also known as Auntie Joan of Birch Grove, St. Andrew, proprietor of St. Andrew's Pharmacy and Justice of the Peace, died on Saturday the 9th of January at the age of 77. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Joan Elizabeth Ventu of Birch Grove, St. Andrew, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
And verse 13, blessed is the day that died in the Lord. If your loved one died in the Lord, you have nothing to worry about. You could be confident that that one is in a better place. But what about you who are left behind to mourn? What if you had been called? Were you ready? If you are not ready, you can be ready while you're alive. The word of God says it's appointed